Hi everybody, how are you doing? It is Sunday, April 19th, and I am glad to be with you. And I know you're used to seeing me in my sweater, but those of you who see me at school all the time know I have a whole collection of Mr. Rogers shirts. So besides the Mr. Rogers cardigans that I love and all my sweaters that I have, I figured I'd better show my shirts, and I keep getting collections of them. I love them. So I hope your Sunday that was so pretty out today and nice weather was as good as mine was. I got a lot of stuff done around the house, and I thought maybe in a couple days, like every fifth video, maybe I'd even take you for a walking tour around the house and show you a different part of my place here. So let's look at our book. When You Need Wings by Lita Judge. So, let's take a look at this one. Oh, a little bit of not any words on some of these, so that's okay. So, the dad and the little girl are leaving and gonna go for a walk maybe? Cat's watching. Oh, yeah. She wants to take the cat with her, or she's sad that the cat's not coming, I guess. So, let's see what happens next. Oh, he's taking her off to the Little Dreamers preschool. I'm sure some way, one way or another, you've all gone to preschool a little bit. Whether that was at a daycare center right before you were able to go to kindergarten, which usually are all 5. Now, some of you, some of you might have went to 4K. They didn't have that when I was growing up. And those were just little introduction pictures. All right, on a day when you feel like no one is listening, and everyone is loud, and you are afraid, and you wish you could just disappear. It's like she's starting that school, must be. Shut your eyes and listen. Do you hear it? That isn't your heart. What is it? If it's not your heart. What do you hear? Your breathing, maybe? That's the sound of your very own wings beating within. So your very own wings are maybe like your very own strength you have to do something that maybe you don't want to do, but you know you have to. They can't be seen by others, but you can hear them and feel them. And use them to fly far away. If you need to, today. Now, does she really have wings? Can she really fly? Can people fly? Not on their own, with their arms flapping. We know that doesn't work. That's just pretend or make-believe, right? This is maybe using your imagination to find treasures. Oh, I like it. I think some of this must be, the artwork must be like watercolor paint that live inside your mind. Oh my. To laugh, and dance, and find brave-hearted friends to go a little wild. And even to roar. So listen closely. Do you hear it? That's the sound of your wings. Oh, look at that picture. That is beautiful. Giving you strength. To fly. Oh, well, that was just a great little story. So Lita Judge is the award-winning author and illustrator of many children's books, including Flight School, Penguin Flies Home, Red Sled, Born in the Wild, and her illustrated young adult novel, Mary's Monster. She lives with her husband, 3 cats, and a parrot in New Hampshire. You can visit her at litajudge.net. So that is a pretty cool story. When you need wings, it's just about finding that, looking inside and finding that strength, right? That is my last library book that I have left. Now I know we're all sad that school's probably not going to meet again this school year. If we do it, it won't be for much. But I've heard that maybe they're going to start opening the libraries a little bit, so I've got a lot of books on order. I'm hoping to pick up some of those and I can read those to you, because I'm telling you, I kind of like doing these videos. I do. I like visiting with you. It is like being together as a neighbor. Okay, so when I went to school the other day, one day a week we get to go to school and grab some things if we need. I grabbed my 3 Mr. Rogers books. Well, my 3 main ones off my desk. Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood. It's basically all Mr. Rogers poetry, but it's actually his song lyrics. Oh, My Life, Mr. Rogers magazine that has so many great pictures in it. And this that I haven't even gotten close to looking at, but Emilio and I have looked at quite a bit. Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood, A Visual History. So what I thought is, I think today what I'll do is I'm going to end a little bit with some of the song lyrics here. And I'm just going to start right at the beginning of the book. So, you know what he always says, and I feel it. It feels kind of funny if I say it, but my name's Mr. Rogers. I'm glad you're near. You've made this day a special day by just you being here. And that's true. You know, I like you just the way you are. Okay? You don't have to change anything else, and that's what I truly believe. I truly do believe that. Yep. This is a little poem that Mr. Rogers wrote. Now, I've never heard this song. Maybe it is just a poem. Mr. Rogers' Invitation. Would you like to meet the tiger who lives there in that clock? Or see that Eiffel Tower and hear a Frenchman talk? Who's the Frenchman? Do you remember? Pierre. Would you like to use a telephone? It's a tin can on a string that lets you reach to the castle where a most majestic king, His Majesty King Friday, is in charge of everything. I love it. Now, do you remember that we haven't watched many of those videos? Mr. Rogers started doing his videos like he's a real Mr. Rogers Neighborhood. Oh boy, like 52 years ago. And he used to call into the neighborhood with the phone, with the can on the string. We have not watched many of those episodes because a lot of them are just in black and white. But would you like to ride a trolley along that trolley track? Or crawl right through the underpass, and then right back? Then pop into this house here, come in and visit me, There's lots for us to see and hear and think and do and feel and be. My name is Mr. Rogers. I'm glad that you are here. You've made this day a special day by just your being here. Just your being you. Just your being you, which I miss all of you. I keep saying that, right? I'll do 2 more, and then I'll let you go. Shorter Sunday one, but I'll be back and find some all new books for Monday. This next one is called Be the Best of Whatever You Are. If you can't be a pine on the top of a hill, be a shrub in the valley, but be the best little shrub by the side of the rill. If you can't be a woods, be a tree. If you can't be a highway, then just be a trail. If you can't be the sun, be a star. It isn't by the size that you win or you fail. Be the best of whatever you are. Be the best of whatever you are. So, if it's just being a student, being your best, trying your best, getting your things done, checking your emails, everybody, my 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, and anybody else that's watching, you should be checking your emails, right? Checking your Schoology if you're in health class. That's a huge thing. 6th graders, 8th graders. Schoology will also get you things for like social studies and science. There's some kids that are working on that. It'll also do some English for one of you. Life skills for all of you. And I know Mrs. Catterley would love it if you checked Schoology to find out what she's working on with you there. Alright. One of my favorite sayings. This is his song, I Like You As You Are. I like you as you are, exactly and precisely. I think you turned out nicely, and I like you as you are. I like you as you are, without a doubt or question, or even a suggestion, because I like you as you are. I like your disposition, your facial composition, and with your kind permission, I'll shout it to a star. I like you as you are. I wouldn't want to change you, or even rearrange you, not by far. I like you, I-L-I-K-E-Y-O-U. I like you, yes I do. I like you, Y-O-U. I like you, like you, as you are. Oh, now that one, the music, which I haven't ever heard this song, was by Mr. Rogers, but the lyrics were by Josie. So that was Josie's Corner, I think, was the show before Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. So, the next one that I'll read tomorrow is I Think I'm Going to Like Today, which is a great song. I think I'm going to like today. Okay, last thing, I'll pull one random picture if I can from my Life magazine, and we'll see if we can talk about it. Let's see. Oh, what should we do? Oh, what a great one. Do you know who this is? Of course, Mr. Rogers, right? Francois Clemens, right? It says Clemens had misgivings about playing a police officer. I grew up in the ghetto, he once explains. I did not have a positive opinion of police officers. But Mr. Rogers changed that. And Officer Clemens, Francois Clemens, grew up to be a big part of Mr. Rogers' show, and I'm so happy that he was. That was such a great... Now, I don't know what year that probably was. I bet that was probably about 50 years ago. And he often referred to Mr. Rogers as kind of a fill-in dad. Stand-in dad. All right. Well, I wish I had a music to go out by. Maybe I'll figure out something about that. But I hope you guys enjoy the video. I'll try and get one loaded tomorrow afternoon. Until then, be kind, be nice. Everybody says it, but do something good and take care of each other. Finish what your mom and dad want you to do, and finish what your teachers are asking you to do, right? Whoever's watching this. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.